Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Treyarch has changed a lot of core fundamental aspects of the zombies game mode here in Black Ops 4. Amongst one of those core gameplay changes was the change to the point system. If you don't know the exact changes to the point system, I'd highly recommend checking out this video in the icon above and the link in the description. Long story short, points no longer award accuracy based on the amount of shots you land on target. Rather, points are awarded for percentage of damage dealt to the zombie. You are also awarded extra bonus points for headshots and melee kills. I want to dissect this change and see how it changes the entire meta of a typical zombies game. Let's break this down into pros and cons. Starting with the cons, we can no longer farm points like we used to. We are all familiar with the situation. Round 1, we knife all the zombies. Round 2 comes around, we get our M1911, we get our MR6, and we put 8 shots into zombies to get 80 points, and then we knife the zombie to get a bonus 130 points because meleeing gets you bonus points as well. And we're all familiar with the situation where it's round like 10 or 15, we're a couple points short, so we have an unpack-a-punched weak SMG, and we put a couple shots into the zombies, get a couple extra points in order for us to unlock the door, or get the perk, or get the part, or whatever it is we're trying to unlock. Farming points from getting shots landed on zombies was an important part of the old point system. However, I believe that is the exact reason why this was changed. I believe it was a live stream that Jason Blundell was on when Black Ops 4 was first released. He said that it was too easy to come across points. It was too easy for players to get points. They would just use these methods and points really wouldn't be that big of an issue. It wouldn't really affect the meta of the game all that much. And so obviously the first downside of this new system is we can't do that sort of thing. We can no longer farm these points like we used to. The second downside is when you have a system that awards you for dealing damage to zombies, and then you have a class of weapons that doesn't deal a lot of damage to zombies, it makes them kind of useless. The SMGs in Black Ops 4 Zombies kind of feel useless, and it's pretty sad because I really like the SMGs in Black Ops 4 Zombies. They're really cool and interesting, they feel really fun, but going for high rounds, trying to kill boss zombies, they don't deal damage, and therefore they don't get you points, and they take forever to kill anything, and then you're out of ammo. So Black Ops 4 Zombies has a problem with SMGs. SMGs don't feel like they fit a role. LMGs, assault rifles, are, they have a lot of ammo. They have a decent amount of maneuverability, not so much LMGs, but assault rifles. But SMG or sniper rifles and shotguns, deal a lot of damage. They don't have that much ammo, but they have a lot of firepower. SMGs have the worst of both worlds. They don't have a lot of firepower, they don't have a lot of ammo either. Perhaps in a separate video, I can talk about how I would change SMGs to make them more viable. But as far as that is concerned, those are really the two major downsides of this new point system. You can't farm points, which, mind you, is a huge deal to a lot of players, and SMGs are pretty, well, pointless. I'm sorry. But now let's talk about the upsides. What are the positive changes that comes from this? Certainly there are some, right? Well, like I said with the SMGs, when you have a point system that awards dealing a lot of damage, and you have a certain class of weapons that deal a lot of damage, that makes that class of weapons pretty awesome. And in Black Ops 4 Zombies and in all of Zombies, we have a couple different classes of weapons that deal a lot of damage. For instance, the sniper rifles, the shotguns, and every single wonder weapon. All of these weapons subtly got a meta change because now these weapons are really good a lot sooner. Going back to previous zombie installments, if you were to get a wonder weapon like the ray gun or a shotgun that's really powerful in the earlier rounds, it would be a blessing and a curse because you were blessed with a lot of firepower, it killed zombies really effectively, but it wouldn't get you a lot of points. And not having a lot of points meant that you couldn't really unlock the map and really set up as effectively. So it was kind of counterintuitive that in the early rounds, you kind of wanted a weaker weapon. And that counterintuitive part of the system is completely done with. It's gone, it's out the window. Now if you get a super powerful shotgun or sniper rifle, if you get the wonder weapon out of the box, it is nothing but a good thing, because you can either get a good headshot with it and get bonus points from that, or it could be a good melee bonus. Logically, this new system makes sense in terms of weapons. The weapons that deal the most damage are going to award you the most points and are going to be most effective to use in a game of zombies, which logically makes much more sense than the old system we had before. The second positive is a byproduct of the first positive, and this could or could not have been intentional here. Because the zombies are limited in points, because you want to have weapons that deal the most damage so that you can headshot zombies, you are more than ever before rewarded for killing zombies in the early rounds, and this means that the gameplay itself is at a faster pace. Going back to the situation at the beginning of the video, no longer are you sitting on round 2 putting 8 or 9 shots into a zombie only to melee it. You are only putting 1 or 2 shots into a zombie just to melee it, of course, but that is significantly faster than it was before. No longer are you hoarding up a group of zombies on rounds like 15 just to shoot them with an SMG that's not going to kill them so that you can get points to pack a punch. Rather, you are using a powerful weapon to progress the rounds, because the longer you go, the more damage you deal, the more points you get. This is a significant meta change, and it speeds up the gameplay. The third upside is just for Treyarch, because now with this point system, because there are a set number of points that any player can earn on any given round, this will allow Treyarch to more adequately balance each door, more adequately balance each perk, more appropriately balance each wall buy and everything within zombies, because they know at a certain point in time in any given round, we will only have this number of maximum points. This allows them to more appropriately and accurately balance each zombie map. And that does it with the pros of this new point system. Overall, in my opinion, I prefer the new system. I think this new system is actually fantastic. I think I really love the meta changes. I really love how it speeds up the gameplay. I love how melee is awarded, especially when it comes to your specialist weapons, because now you have a specialist weapon. If it can do a melee aspect, you're going to get bonus points for using your specialist weapon. You're going to rank up your specialist weapon. If you have a powerful sniper rifle, which I love sniper rifles in this game, I love shotguns. When you're using those things, you are being rewarded for it. You are no longer wasting points, and you're no longer wasting time by slowly killing the zombies. This overall, in my opinion, makes the gameplay significantly smoother than the previous zombie games. When I first played zombies, this was kind of a weird meta shift, like the situation I told you about. When I got a really good gun out of the box, I was like, cool, that's awesome. But then I was like, wait, I'm not getting points. Oh, that's right, because my gun's actually killing the zombies and therefore not getting me a lot of points. That's counterintuitive, and that is thrown out of the window. And I feel like they've done a good job here. You know, at the beginning of Black Ops 4's life cycle, when the game was first released, we didn't get as many points as we do now. They actually limited it to 70 points per kill rather than the 90 it is right now. But right now, I feel like they're sitting at a really good spot where I feel that the progression that we have, if you buy your perks right, if you buy your pack-a-punch right at the right time, you are no longer you don't have a plethora of points, you don't have an excess of points, but it's not like you're poor. It's not like you're fumbling about with an unpack-punched weapon on round like 20 or anything. It's not like you're going to round 30 with no perks. This has struck a really good balance. I never feel like I'm in need of any more points than I'm capable of earning. So that's how I feel about it. Now I understand there's a downside, you can't farm them like we used to, and that's kind of a downside, and the SMGs are useless, which is a big downside to me, at least personally, but I tried my best to keep this video short, but I just wanted to articulate the best way as I could to get you guys to understand what I'm experiencing from this game and what I believe Treyarch thought this new point system could be, and ultimately what this new point system is. So hopefully this was insightful, hopefully it gave you a different perspective, or hopefully you can just appreciate the new point system for what it is now. Hopefully you can at least no longer need to say, I don't know why they changed it. Hopefully you understand why they changed it and can make your decision from that point on. So tell me in the description or in the comment section below what you think of the new point system and what your preferred point system is. And if you made it this far into the video, perhaps a like is deserved. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.